timing.
I was going to
Hit it. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
I have no idea what my hair looks like now, and it's a problem.
Looks great. Ugh. We got Maddie on cam.
Whoa!
And we like it that way.
I'm replacing Ryan, who had to take a leave of absence because Shane was so mean to him.
He had to go on a trip to a special place. Yeah. Some tough times here in terms of our relationship.
You guys, okay.
We have to introduce the show.
Hi, welcome to Pod Watcher. This is the show where Ryan always
we rag on Ryan. No.
This is welcome to Pod Watcher, the official podcast of Watch Entertainment. I'm Ryan Bergara.
I'm Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim.
And this is a show where we talk about whatever's on our mind every week.
Wow. And that's what we do. You got it.
I've heard it several times.
Ryan delivered. I never pay attention to I'm always so nervous about saying, I'm Shane Madej. You know, I'm always.
Do you feel that?
I'm Shane Madej, you know?
When I say I'm Stephen Lim, I have to follow your energy. So
do you? That's good to know.
Because I'm I'm actually just like waiting for you guys to say your name first so I can be like, do I go crazy? Do I go normal?
So whatever they do, you'll follow.
Yeah.
Now, before we get too deep anywhere, I want to address last week. You know, obviously we premiered this new cozy set, which once again, I really love this place.
They did a great job on this.
They did a great job.
They did. Credits are in the description below. It's Shane Madej, Matt Royale, and Lizzie Lockhart.
Lizzie Lockhart.
Wait, we should quickly mention the Ryan of it all real quick.
Yeah.
Ryan is right now.
He quit.
He's no longer with Watch.
No,
you're really never going to get over the Ryan and Shane hate each other allegations.
He's on vacation.
He's on vacation.
He took a trip.
A very well-deserved one. He's been working really hard recently, and
he's been editing like a motherfucker. Can I say that? Can we swear on this? He has. He's been editing like crazy because he's been editing that Alone file, Ghost Files Alone, which I watched the first cut of this week. The first 2 episodes.
It's unbelievable, and
it's a 3-part. I don't know how many details we're allowed to give here. It's a 3-part series.
Can we spoil? We can't spoil any of it, but in the first episode, there's a part of the episode where something very compelling happens.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, because you weren't there to debunk anymore.
No.
What was your reaction when you saw that part? Where
to be clear, I skipped all the actual like ghost hunting. I thought it was really cool to see him like traveling and
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it when it's, I'm sure I'll watch the full thing.
That's the best part of the episode.
No, I kind of, anytime he started doing actual ghost hunting, I was like, jog.
That makes sense. I mean, you don't like ghost hunting.
I mean,
or not, you don't like it, but you don't.
It's not content that I consume.
Yeah.
You know, people often ask us like, oh, what ghost hunting shows do you actually like? I legitimately have never watched any.
That's fair.
It's just not. Why would I?
You didn't watch the Hal Sparks, Gary Busey VH1 show?
No. I did not know there was such a thing.
They go to Waverly.
Wow. Well, I kind of want to watch that now.
Have you ever I mean, I know you've been on set in crude Ghost Files before, but have you ever ghost hunted yourself?
Is that something that people do that don't have TV shows about it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's great. That's nuts to me. Doing it for joy, as a hobby,
doing it for the thrill, and
for just the pure like, and it's not even for science because it's not. Ryan's not here, and I am off the leash. It's not for science because there's no science involved. Right?
There is.
No.
Well, I think it's for your own personal science, I guess. But it is for your own edification, your own understanding, your own experience. I understand that.
I want to, in last week's episode Behind Ryan, there was a photo of Ryan and a dog that we hung on the wall as sort of a joke. And we were like, well, we'll take this down. And then Ryan was like, leave it up. It's funny. But Ryan assumed we would explain it. And we realized we never did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, we could put it up as long as we explain it. Steven, can you grab it right now? I just want to show
it's
it
right there.
one more time. For those of you watching on YouTube, you can see this. It's a canvas photo print of a dog sniffing Ryan's crotch. This is
that's normal dog behavior, by the way.
it is. It's just a very Ryan's staring at the camera and giving a thumbs up while it happens, though, which is
also normal.
That's what makes it really seals the deal. That is from the Wilbur Theater in Boston when we were on our first year of Ghost Files touring, and they have a stage dog, a big beautiful dog backstage. Just an ottoman of a dog.
No barking?
No barking, just the sweetest dog in the world that just kind of like putters around and sidles up next to you, and you give it a pet. And I'm blanking on the dog's name, but it was a lovely dog. And we were taking a picture of Ryan with the dog. Ryan just gave a big goofy smile and a thumbs up right as the dog just went right for his crotch and Ryan was not giving a thumbs up. It just happened as we took the picture, dog went for his crotch. I thought it was very funny. I sent it to most of my friends. And then one of my dear friends, Matt Staffa, one of my good friends from Schaumburg, Illinois, sent a canvas print to the office as a gift.
It's Matt Staffa?
Yeah.
Oh, we love Matt Staffa around here. We should get him on the pod.
Oh, wow.
He'd come out to the pod.
Yeah.
He might come out here next year to go on. He's wanted to go back to Price is Right, and I've never done it, and he really wants to go.
Oh, that'd be fun.
What do you mean go back?
He's done it in the past. He's never been on the show, I don't think. And he's never been selected.
I see.
But he's been in the audience.
Does anybody in the audience get selected for that show?
That's all they do.
It's not plants. It's like literally any individual.
I mean, they may interview people and bring them in specifically for it, but I think that one in particular is they do pre-interviews in the line.
I would be pretty bad on that show because I've never watched it was not a big part of my childhood or adulthood.
The thing about that is the one show that's like there's really no point in watching old episodes.
Well, sure,
because the prices are so different.
Yeah.
But it also means that you can kind of just be jumped in wherever, because they'll explain it every game. There's so many different games, and then you're just guessing the price of whatever it is. So you could be dropped into a Price is right now, and you would be just fine.
So you don't. All you need to do is be guessing prices.
Some games there is a little bit of skill, but it's not going to really matter.
What's the one people love? The Yodel Man.
Oh yeah. I don't know. It's Mountain Climber
or something.
Mount Everest. I don't know.
Is it like it's increasing?
Yodel lady, ooh. Yeah, that one. I think that's what he does. I wasn't the biggest Price is Right guy.
Yeah, I was never a big game show guy. The game show that I really got behind for a while was Deal or No Deal.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah,
I couldn't do Deal or No Deal. It's too much luck.
Too many deals.
I prefer strategy games.
Cliffhangers.
Or even like Wheel of Fortune is fun. I love the clip.
Wheel of Fortune is fun. I like games that have a sort of a word element to them. You know,
yeah.
Guess the phrase. That's nice.
But Wheel of Fortune is also a bit skill or luck based. Excuse me.
You got the big wheel of there's a Wheel of Fortune.
There's luck in all these games.
Yeah. Otherwise, they wouldn't. You just go on and say, "Give me my money."
Not
Jeopardy. You can.
But the questions are maybe you know. Right, but lucky you got a question you know the answer to.
You could be so smart that it doesn't matter. Like a Ken Jennings or a James Holzhauer.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that is. Wait, is he the cool one with the beard?
No.
Oh. Maybe. There's one other cool Jeopardy guy. And to be fair, look, I don't know if any of these Jeopardy guys have any, smoke on them in terms of scandals or anything. I feel like every time you hear about a Jeopardy person, they're like, well, this guy wasn't good.
It was just the host, Mike.
Oh, well, that guy, yeah, because he was like a producer of the show, and
Mike Richards was.
He was like,
that's right.
He was like, we've looked at a lot of very qualified hosts. What if I host it?
Hey, if I could pull that shit off, I would.
That's really literally what's happening right here. Ryan's gone.
Fuck.
Matt was like,
hey, what if I put a camera on me?
Fall is here. Oh, that's good. That sounds like autumn. And that means the apple cider, pumpkin spice, and you know what else that means? Cooler temperatures.
And of course, your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality.
That's right.
If you wake up too hot or too cold, I woke up hot this morning.
You were hot this morning?
Hot. Oh. I was like, like a panting like a dog. I highly recommend you check out those Miracle Made bed sheets, though, because Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating, so you can sleep at the perfect temperature.
All night long.
Hey.
And they're not just cool, they'll keep you clean as well. These sheets are infused with silver that prevents up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors.
No more gross odors.
No more gross
gross odors. I said that 3 times.
No more gross odors.
Yes. Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands, and they feel just as nice, if not nicer, than sheets used by some 5-star hotels.
That's right. And these babies are designed for your skin. Stop sleeping on bacteria. Bacteria can clog your pores, causing breakouts and acne. Sleep clean with Miracle.
That's right. Go to trymiracle.com/watcher. Trymiracle.com/watcher to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40% off. And if you use a promo code WATCHER at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20% off. 3 free towels!
Oh my God. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/watcher and use the code WATCHER to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/watcher to treat yourself. Thank you to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode. Ryan actually sent us an article that I assume he wanted to discuss on Podwatcher at some point. Did you dig into that at all?
I looked at it, but I was like, he's not going to be here for an episode or two.
So maybe we'll get into it in a couple weeks. But
it'd be really funny to read it out.
Well, I did some research. So the article was basically positing it was like written by some sort of ghost. It says PhD after his name or MD.
Do you want to get into
it? He's not here. Let's do it.
Okay, sure. We'll get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, yeah, Ryan.
It's almost funnier that he's not here to talk about it.
And you know what? This is on him because how he sent it was
no context. Did he say anything?
No.
He just sent a link.
He just sent a link, and he
logged onto Slack for the 3 seconds of the week that he is on there.
It was like a Bitly link or something. So I was like, "What the hell is this? Are you hacked?"
Let's get into this. So Ryan sent this to us on our Podwatcher Slack room with no context and
no comment.
No comment.
Even this headline cracks me up.
I assume he did it so we could discuss it on the podcast. And I'll do my best to represent Ryan here.
Yeah, so this is an article that says ghosts are dying out because they only exist for 100 years, says paranormal experts.
Paranormal expert Brian Sterling Veet believes that ghosts have a limited lifespan just like humans. Meaning most ghosts lurking around nowadays are less than 100 years old.
Okay, this begs the question before we go into this article. So then do ghosts have ghosts?
So
a double ghost.
I thought about that too, because then what happens is maybe that's their point where if you believe in ghosts, then they move on to,
ghosts, they prestige.
The final destination. Yeah.
Sure.
And is ghosts a purgatory of sorts? Or
well, that's what I think most people assume is that if you're a ghost, you're sort of trapped between here and the next destination.
Oh, okay.
Heaven, hell, Valhalla, whatever you believe.
It is.
Okay.
Who's this? Oh, this is just this website
an ad
is just
with
full of ads.
with
This
a lady.
website does not look legit. How in the world is Ryan? What is he reading to be getting? Sorry.
How did he end up here?
He's probably got a ghosts Google alert or something.
I skimmed the article and did not find I was like, so what's the basis for this? And there's really nothing. The guy's just like, yeah, this is what I believe.
Matt, do you mind reading some of this for us?
Absolutely not. This is written by Will Stone and Zita Whaley. We're just looking at there's nothing to see here.
No.
And there may not even be anything to read. Paranormal investigators believe ghosts are dying out. A study of 100 well-known haunted spots with reports of spirits go back 100 years found a dearth of recent sightings.
Yeah.
So ghosts that did interact with experts tended to tell them that they had been around for 100 years or less.
That's what the ghosts said.
Wait.
I've only been here for 35 years.
There's a chance that Ryan didn't read this article.
Yeah.
So now it says Brian Sterling Veet, PhD. I did to bare minimum of research to just be like, what does this guy have a PhD in? And I did not find. I found nothing. What I did find
Paranormal hunting degree.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
I can tell you this. This guy.
Wait, what do you? Oh, so you
He's got
found
his fingers in a lot of pies. If you look at his, I think he may have a Wikipedia. I can tell you he's released a book called The 60-Second Ass Workout.
Huh?
Are you sure? Well, it's a pretty specific name.
It's a very specific name, and he has a book. I did read a lot of that book as well.
The Paranormal Investigation, the Black Book of Scientific Ghost Hunting and How to Investigate Paranormal Phenomena.
Yeah, I read a bit of that.
Yeah, he also-
hair transplantation and
So
restoration.
looking at another book written by him called Hair Transplantation and Restoration. So it does feel like
I could use that book. By
mental
the way.
martial arts, the Shaolin secret,
I watched some interviews with him. He seems like a fun guy.
Usui Reiki for animals.
When I was watching interviews with him, I was like, oh, we could probably get him on the show. He seems like he would chat with us.
Tuxedo Warriors.
Yeah, he's got like fiction.
I was kind of surprised to see the breadth of knowledge here.
He's got like 1,000 books.
Is it a breadth of knowledge or look? Hey,
A lot of it does have to do with like isometrics and stuff, and I don't know what any of that means.
I don't know what that is.
ISO 90-second ISO core trisometrics.
Wow.
whoa!
This guy's got a lot of books.
These have reviews.
Yeah. Oh, the other ones are actually much more highly reviewed than the 60-second ass workout.
Look, I'm skeptical, and if we want to talk to this person on the podcast, I'm happy to. But
He's got it all. The
Yeah.
Bulwarker Bible. I don't know what that means.
I mean, I'm not getting as much done as this guy. So,
No.
but anyway, so he was talking about.
He says ghosts die after 100.
They told him this.
That's what the ghost told him.
also, it's not clear what his PhD is in, which is kind of concerning.
Oh,
it's
that's true.
probably like kinesiology or something based on all of that. I mean, I'm just making an
Oh,
assumption
sure.
here, but he seems to have a lot of like physical fitness books.
Oh, and Reiki is the.
I don't know
it's
nothing.
Like the energy around the body within the body.
That's where they like grab stuff around you and are like, get that out of here.
I did
Your
some-
aura.
I had a college teacher who did a lot of Reiki work outside of the class, but we did do one exercise in class, and it was powerful.
Was it interesting?
It was powerful. We would all like kind of do our hands and
Oh,
then
that's
like
where they like rub the hands together.
take
and-
energy. Someone would vocalize something negative, and everybody would take the negative energy away. I mean, we would all dissipate it amongst ourselves, so it would be inconsequential to us to take that on, but it would remove a large amount. That was the intention, at least. It was a powerful experience, and I think that maybe mostly just because this person had 20 people caring for them at the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's there's power in belief. That's certainly true. I don't know enough about Reiki to have an opinion.
The
about
energy
it. I've
thing-
always assumed it was sort of,
The energy thing is weird though, because it's like you've walked into a room and been like, the vibe is off in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Well, I have.
I don't think I've ever had that. I've picked that up with like people, but that's like genuine. That's like reading the emotion on people's faces.
I've been in a room where the vibes are off and nobody is like discernibly doing anything different.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Reiki is a complementary therapy relating to energy healing. So I don't know.
We've even been on shoots before with like Unsolved and Ghost Files, where I remember Unsolved specifically, Devin, our old producer, we'd go to a location and she believed in ghosts, but was, I think, well, I don't know. She was a little less jumpy than Ryan about it. We'd go to certain places though, and she'd be like, there
Yes.
is a vibe in here that is not good. And Ryan would be like, I feel that too. And I'd be like, this is a room.
She did it at the Sally House. I remember.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
No, I want to hear more about
Okay.
what he is positing because
There's not a ton there. I
His
don't think.
in-depth Project Half-Life report is based on more than a decade of paranormal analysis.
It's pretty impressive.
He said, when all the data is considered, it was quite a shock to think that many of our once famous ghosts could literally be dying. It was apparent
If I
that
was a ghost and I found out I was going to die again, I'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? I got to worry about this all over again?
No! I just got used to being a ghost. It was apparent that the famous ghosts that once notably haunted locations were being seen increasingly less frequently.
y'all have investigated some old ghosts though, like
yeah.
1800s ghosts.
Yeah. Tombstone,
So-
Arizona.
Did you find anything in those? Were they less?
No, Tombstone, I think, was notably, I'm trying to think if we really had anything rattle us at Tombstone. I remember that being fairly uneventful. Not a lot going on. So maybe this guy's right.
Maybe. Project Half-Life. Well, I was actually going to say this sounds like, the half-life of a ghost is what they're...
Yeah. Project Half-Life suggests that the sentient ghosts seem to be having a limited lifespan, just like living humans. In the simplest terms, is a quote, in simplest terms, the second law of thermodynamics tells us that the energy tends to disperse and degrade over time. Another quote, I would argue that our findings show ghosts do conform to the second law of thermodynamics as they appear to run out of energy. Now I could see that.
There's a lot of...
You could definitely, yeah.
There's a lot of thermodynamics talk in his book about the paranormal.
I think it's interesting from a perspective of, like, there's a lot of crossover between what different spiritual practices believe and, even meditative practices, energy, thermodynamics, physics. There's some crossover there that I could see where this kind of makes sense logically.
Yeah.
But
if ghosts were real, they would probably be on some frequency. And that would be detecting some sort of energy.
Yeah. And I mean, the energy that we have, like, energy is actually, I don't know this for sure anymore. It's been a long time since I took physics. I could be wrong. Energy that cannot be created or destroyed.
That's a fact.
Becomes, is that true?
Something else.
It becomes, it transfers. But if we're assuming that there's and I personally believe in having a soul,
the conservation of energy, excuse me.
And so if I believe in that, then there is the most giant yawn when we're talking about ghosts and spirits.
It's been a week.
It has been a crazy week. If you just apply the energy analogy here, a spirit when dies the energy could be then transferred to something else. Could be a ghost. But then that energy could be then transferred to something else, which would, so I can see the logic here.
And you're being very generous.
I am being very generous, but
you see,
I'm trying to get there because, I'm with you. When my body dies,
that
energy will go to the earth and will then be created. The energy will be transferred to the earth.
I would love when I die to sort of be wrapped up in a big burlap blanket and surrounded by a bunch of crystals like Zordon in the Power Rangers movie. Remember that?
You can make that happen.
Yeah. It's really good the way he dies.
Yeah. It's sad looking.
It's really sad looking to see Zordon out of his tube. Do you remember Zordon?
In a geode?
Zordon was a big head in a tube.
Power Rangers. Rangers, that's it.
I love that guy. Hey folks, managing finances can feel complicated and time consuming. Am I right?
You are right.
Thank you, but it doesn't have to be. Rocket Money simplifies everything, making it so easy to see exactly what's happening with your finances, track your spending, and give you full control of all of it right from your little phone.
Yes, Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so that you can grow your savings.
Hey, what do you think about this? You could see all of your subscriptions in one place.
Huh?
Yeah, that's right. And know exactly where your money is going. For any subscriptions you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with a few taps. A tap, tap, tap. Canceled.
Oh, I want to try doing that with a tap dance.
We got Gregory Hines over here.
Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all of your accounts. And here you can do it all.
That's right. You can easily create a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track. You can see your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going.
That's right. Dog food, matcha. Those are my two categories. So get alerts. You can also get alerts if bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over budget. So that's when Ruth and Theo take the keys.
The new goals feature actually automatically saves money for you without having to even think about it.
Oh.
Whether your goal is to, let's say, pay off credit card debt, maybe put away money for a house, or just build your savings. Rocket Money makes it easy. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. That's a lot.
So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/watcher.
That's rocketmoney.com/watcher. rocketmoney.com/watcher.
My favorite quote from this article, I've now become well known in paranormal research circles for saying you only die twice, an homage to the James Bond movies I love.
Wow.
Okay.
This guy does seem fun.
He is a fun guy. I watched some interviews with him. Sure. He's a funny guy.
Interesting.
Let's
Okay.
get him on the show. Get him on the pod.
With respect to him and Ryan, we'll get him on when Ryan's here.
What's his name again?
Brian something Veet.
Brian, if you're listening.
Brian Sterling Veet.
Brian Sterling Veet, if you're listening, I'm the stinker of the two of us. Ryan would have a lot, and I approach the paranormal from my little stinker skeptic side, and I have fun with it. So don't worry about anything I'm saying. Ryan would like to sit down with you and have a 3-hour conversation.
In January 2005, Sterling produced and set a new Guinness World Record in Cadiz, Spain, to mark the launch of the Eli Lilly medication Cymbalta. Oh my God. Every sentence is a new surprise.
What?
And again, I'm laughing because that's just really something.
That's wild. This was for the mass participation plate spinning with 390 plates spun for 10 seconds.
How do you even do that?
I gotta see that. That's impressive.
Prior to this, Sterling had set 2 other world records. The first in 1987 for speed breaking 105 regulation blocks as done as part of the BBC's Children in Need program.
That's great.
The record stood for 1 year until it was beaten by his friend Matt Gilmore, who was
That's
also
son
the
of a
Scottish
bitch.
karate champion. I definitely wasn't laughing at you, Brian Sterling Veet. I got mad respect.
No, it's incredible. I think it's neat when people find like specific records for Guinness and are like, I'm breaking that.
I mean, talk about energy. This guy's got more than I've ever had in my life.
Wait, does he have another?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's prompted him to make another successful attempt at the same world record again for the BBC's Children in Need program in 1989, breaking 127 regulation blocks in 1 minute.
Making a personal lifetime total of 5 world records to date.
That math is a tad confusing.
Maybe they didn't mention 2 of them.
Okay.
If you had a world record,
What would it be for?
I feel like Ryan's could be most dogs sniffing him while giving a thumbs up.
Someone asked this question before. Someone called in and asked this question.
It would probably be like, I may have bought the most Burt's Bees out of any human.
Oh, you might be.
There's certainly probably other people out there who are giving me a run for my
Maybe
money.
you could be the most Burt's Bees held in your pockets at one time.
That's honestly possibly valid because the other day I was talking about it. I had 4. I had 2 in each of my pants pockets. Sometimes I'll have
That's a lot.
a few in there and then like some in my jacket. And some, I've caught myself with like 6 or 7.
That's wild.
I flood my life with them.
Yeah. Well, and then they gave us.
And then they gave us a giant tube of them. And there's been so many times where I'm coming to the office and I'm like, oh, fuck, I didn't bring a Burt. And then I'll get to the office. I'm like, oh, yeah, I have a giant tube of them. And then I'll put that in my pocket. And now, again, they're just entering the system. And they're
coming out of your ears.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about you, Steven?
I have a few that I'm thinking of right now.
Are these the ones that you're like accidentally close to or like that you could go for?
I think it's kind of combination of both.
Okay.
And the first one is matcha related. Maybe it's like I drink the most cups of matcha
Guy who
in
loves
a
the
month.
matcha the most.
Yeah, like maybe I could drink like 1,000 cups in a month or something.
Ooh.
The other one, and I haven't played Valorant in a while. I might kind of be done with it, but there was a time when I was obsessed, and over the weekend I played like a game. I played like whatever, not that bad, but 15 hours straight, or something crazy.
That's
like
a
that.
lot.
It was a lot.
Not even that
on a
bad.
Saturday.
That's a lot.
I woke up, I
can't
played,
do that.
and I went to bed.
That sounds like a fucking dream.
And I'm like, maybe I could.
I mean, it sounds nice.
Maybe I could break the record for most games played in a row. Although I know there's some pretty crazy Valorant players out there, so
Yeah.
I don't think I'd win that one.
It's been a very long. I can't do games like that for. I don't know. Even games that I'm like obsessed with, like when I love a big open world game like Red Dead Redemption or something. Those are the games where I can spend like maybe 4 to 6 hours
Sure.
because they come out like every 5 to 10 years. A Grand Theft Auto, some other. I love a big open world
Yeah.
game with like a nice 50-hour story or something. Those are the only ones where I can like sink a lot of hours into and not get tired of it. Something like Fortnite, I can only do like, and I am after several months of not playing Fortnite. I'm back, baby.
He's back on the island.
Oh,
I'm back. Well, they went back to their OG seasons and got rid of a bunch of bullshit that I didn't care about. So, but I kind of lose steam after a few rounds, maybe like 4, sometimes 2.
that's where I pick up steam.
That's where you start getting going.
Mean, you kind of know me from running this
Close
company.
steam.
Like I kind of just go crazy on things sometimes. Like I just get this is maybe some TMI, but I recently got a general checkup, and I was telling the doctor, like, about my obsessiveness about things, and I was like, and I just suggested, should I should I go check for, like, maybe I'm, something neurological that I have? And she's like, yeah, you definitely should. So I will report back if there's something going on. I definitely have ADHD.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Is that something that you've been thinking about for a while?
Just me being just neurodivergencies. Yeah. Well, I do have ADHD. That's pretty bad. But yeah, no, I think there might be more, and I'm curious. I'm curious because when I was young, I felt like I didn't want to prescribe anything to myself because, like, oh, all kids go through this thing. But now I'm older. I'm like, I still kind of feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe I do. Maybe I
get checked out.
Anyway, so he thinks the ghosts are dead or dying.
What do you guys think out there?
Hey, Steven, that's really good.
You think ghosts are dying? You think ghosts are not dying? Do you think the ghosts are real?
Do you believe in ghosts? Have you seen Ghost?
Let's talk specifically about the energy thing.
Yes.
Ghosts, if they're energy, what are your thoughts on that? Can they be, what happens to their energy? Because it's got to go somewhere.
Are they reborn?
Are they reborn? Could it go back into you? Maybe it goes back into a new body.
Could you be a ladybug?
Yeah, maybe.
I did actually find this a lot more interesting than I thought I would.
Yeah, the energy thing is where I kind of that's where I go in.
I've always thought it would be fun to go to one of those people who are like, oh, you were this in a past life.
We should get someone to tell us what our past lives
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Who does that?
People do it.
I'm curious.
I do not know what the name for them would be. And
it's probably just I would guess it's a specific brand of psychic of some kind.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like a specific religion, because I think I heard some religions believe in that kind of thing too.
I don't think so.
Like reincarnation, that idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who talk about that. Again, I'm not saying I necessarily believe in that, but it's always interesting to hear, and I would be curious what they might say about us.
It's fun to allow yourself in the forest of that thought.
Of course.
And then you can go, oh, okay.
Well, every kind of belief, it has to anchor on something. So, like, if you play the game, you can just say, okay, if I believe in that anchor, then how far can I go with that logic?
Right.
Oh.
So with, like, if we say, okay, ghosts are real, let's just assume. I know that.
I do that a lot.
Let's just assume.
I mean, I do. I mean, there's a lot of times on Ghost Files where I'm like, obviously, I don't believe in this. But if that was the root of every vocalization of me on that show, it would get very old very fast.
Right.
Because I'd just be like, well, obviously, it's fucking. And I have to do it every now and then to remind people at home. But at the same time, it would not be, Ryan wouldn't be as scared, or, he'd probably get really annoyed if I was just constantly like, well,
If ghosts are real,
yeah,
has there been evidence on Ghost Files that you would say would back up the existence of ghosts?
You know what? Honestly, if I did believe in ghosts, I don't think any of it would cut the mustard for me.
That's what I'm curious about. Yeah.
Oh, because even still, you'd have your.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I say as a skeptic that the thing that would get me over the line is seeing a ghost with my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I believed in ghosts, I would also say, I need to see that with my eyes.
Right.
Or, be aware of, if I set a camera up and I see the body of it, like, and I know, like, we set that camera up.
Mm-hmm.
We are not up to any hijinks or anything. And I see a full-bodied sort of apparition, a translucent person walking, then I'd be like, okay, sure.
What if you saw something move, but it wasn't that? It was like, because
there's so many crazy explanations for things and so many freak circumstances that have led to things happening throughout history where it's like, I mean, I always say, and a lot of people always say this, like, there are a million things anything could be before it's a ghost.
If I got body slammed on a ghost hunting shoot with you guys,
if you lifted up in the air,
I would believe
and got body slammed, I would believe in ghosts.
Okay, all right, yeah, that's where I would.
If I saw a coffee mug floating through the air, I'd believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
The weirdest thing that I've ever seen on those shoots was the Hannah Williams.
What happened there?
I heard that was crazy.
The psychic AJ was I was behind the camera and he was like, "Can I talk to him?"
To you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they said, "Does your dad passed away recently?" And I was like, "No." And he goes, "Okay. I'm getting like I don't know why I'm associating this with you, but I'm getting like a Don or a Donald." And then 3 weeks later, we were looking through the footage, and then we found out, and I think this is in the episode, that Hannah Williams' partner Matt, his father is named Don and passed away shortly before that shoot. And on that one in particular, we kept the psychic away. We kept the psychic. We said, "Here, go to this place. We'll tell you where to go," before the shoot, so he couldn't do any research.
I don't know.
But that was weird to me. And then, and what was weirder is that like nobody else on the set knew about that. I don't know. It was just interesting to me. So I mean, if you go, he had the chance to look up stuff beforehand and then toss it all out. But if he really didn't, then it's kind of interesting, right? And then that's where I go with it. I go, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Haven't really lost a ton of sleep over it.
Yeah.
What if you had?
Lost sleep over it?
Yeah, for all these
where
years.
would I lose sleep? I don't go to bed.
That was pretty crazy when we were on tour. Your sleep schedule is really, Stephen, this guy,
What? He doesn't sleep?
he don't sleep. You don't sleep.
I feel like I slept the best on tour.
I feel like
I don't know.
whenever I reach out to Matt, he's not sleeping. And I'm like, why are you up at 1 a.m. right now?
I remember when we were in Salt Lake City, we were like, all right, bedtime. And he was like, it's a full moon. I got to get out there.
I've never. I like to see cities where I can see cities, so I did want to go out.
Yeah, I was bummed we didn't get to see. I was. Well, actually, that first leg, because Salt Lake was in that first leg of the tour, where the elevation was killing me.
Oh, sure.
And I was just like not sleeping well at all.
Yeah. We didn't have our tour pants on yet.
No, we didn't. Salt Lake was a hopping town that night.
Yeah,
It was like every place was packed and
it was
full.
nice.
Yeah, it looked fun.
Wait,
I
is
was
there
like,
alcohol? This is a dumb question.
you
Is
can
there?
get alcohol in the city.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
They have a bunch of like weird rules around it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
But there are bars in Salt Lake.
yes.
Okay.
But I did oftentimes go to bed later than everybody and wake up before everybody.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a question?
Let's do it.
Let's have a question.
There's some fun questions here.
Would you like to have a question?
It's time for the Podwatcher mail truck. If you have a question, you can get it to us in two ways. You can call us and leave a voicemail at 818-275-45. Fuck, what is it? 275-458. You can leave us a call. You can leave us a voicemail at 818-275-458 or send us an email at askwatcherpods@gmail.com.
That's right.
Woo. Hey. You're
Good.
keeping that one?
Lord. Yes.
I was going to add one more thing. Rah, 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 rah.
Oh, that's a dog chasing the mail.
That's cute.
That's my dog
That's really
when the
good.
mail person comes.
Oh.
Oh, we got to see it.
Oh, here he comes.
It's a Podwatcher mail truck. Oh my God.
Can I be driving the mail truck in the future? Can you, is there a window, right?
Yeah. I don't, we can make one.
Get back here with my show. It's a deep cut from
wow.
90s SNL.
Saturday TV Funhouse. 2 voicemails.
Whoa.
Hey, Team Watcher. My name is Ray.
Hey,
My
Ray.
question
Yo.
is, if you had to choose to be one of the following options, which one of you is an alien, a fish, or a bug? There are no rules or stipulations for how you have to decide which one to be. You're just going on vibes alone, but you have to be one of the 3. No loopholes. Alien, fish, bug.
Oh.
Damn.
No, Bugara is on top this season of Ghost Files.
Hey.
And love you all. Thanks for doing what you do.
Yeah. So I was interested. I misunderstood the question. I thought the question was you have to decide who's an alien, a fish, or a bug.
Uh-huh.
But it's your own choice for yourself.
No, it's for the... well,
It's open to interpretation. I think it should be.
It's not that all 3 of us have to fill a specific slot so
I
much.
thought that's
as-
what it was.
That's what I
it
thought
could be
too.
2 bugs and an alien
Oh.
or 3 aliens.
I think we should keep it as one each or one totally.
No, it's like,
well,
it's
but
like,
I know
it's
what
like
I
F,
but I
Marry,
know
kill.
what I want.
then you
and
put yourself in that slot and the other 2 see if they fit in.
Okay.
Say what you think you are and then see if the other 2 align with that.
Okay.
This is obvious to me. Can I just go for it? I already know.
There is one thing that I think is a fact.
I'm the alien.
That's what I was
Yeah.
going to say.
Yeah. Wait, you agree with that?
Yeah.
I think we
Clearly.
were all going to say that.
Ryan for me is just an outlier.
now I'm like, well, should I be
For me,
insulted by that?
for me and Steven, it feels obvious, and then I'm just trying to square Ryan with the third option and
Yeah,
see if
is
it
Ryan a
fish. I love Bug. I would love to be Bug.
Yeah, I
There's a
would, yeah.
computer game I was playing recently. Have you heard? I think
The
it's called.
Empire of the Ants?
I think it's called Grounded.
Oh, yeah. It's
where
the,
you
it's
get
the survival
it's,
game.
it's basically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Honey, I Shrunk the Rust.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, you're kids who get shrunk down to this, and you're in the backyard. And I was playing it quite a bit for a little bit there. Had a lot of fun with it. I've always.
Did you play Grounded, Steven?
No.
It's really. Oh no.
No. I play one game and one game only.
Kind of same.
Is Ryan a
yes,
fish?
yes, he's a fish. You know,
Why is he a fish?
He is.
he
Why?
is.
Why is he a fish?
You. I'm gonna bring up a Mystery Files branded episode. I don't know if you watched the episode after it came live.
Which one?
The one where you talk about TT Man, Titor.
The Yes, John Titor.
And you slide in a little insult about Ryan in the episode. I don't even remember this insult.
What did I watched the episode. I thought it came out great. What did I insult him?
About him being a Disney head.
Yeah, that's
And,
true.
I forget exactly what you said, but basically that he's a follower.
Because he
of
was like,
sorts.
oh, no one wants to be a sheep.
A sheep, yes.
And I was like, I mean, you loved, you're sort of a Disney adult. He says, well, he always says in his defense that he's a theme park adult. And I'm like, okay, but you're still a Disney adult.
I guess it is true. He is a theme park adult, but he's
Yeah.
not necessarily a Disney adult.
I've never heard anyone talk about
I think it's fine to be a
as much
Disney
as
adult.
It's, look.
No, I'm not saying that anyone here was saying that that's not okay. I see a lot of people coming after
I'm
you.
just
I see
stating,
you and I
I'm
hear
just
you.
stating the facts. That is what he is.
Yep.
A theme park adult.
yeah.
But yeah, the whole theme park thing, like he's a big Lakers fan, a big Dodgers fan. He's a guy who likes to live in his community, his school, so to speak. He's a school guy.
I didn't know
Yeah.
where you're going with that. I get that. I thought you
Yeah.
were going to say because he likes to drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
also
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I got you there. I was taking you down the windy path.
I guess bugs also tend to have a colony, but I could be something solo, like a dung
praying
beetle or
mantis
something.
or
Praying
a-
mantis. Praying mantises are incredible. I saw one somewhat recently, and it was amazing.
They're very cool. Yeah, I honestly think alien, bug, fish.
Alien, bug, fish.
Because
in every group of 3 friends, there's an alien, bug, and fish.
There it is.
yeah, ask
Sure
yourself
is.
and the people around you.
Matt, what would you consider yourself?
But before you say, I want to think about what he is.
Mm.
I want to think about it, and I got it.
I think I have mine. But I was going to say before that, it feels like we kind of shoehorned Ryan into fish. However, I don't see him being a bug or an alien.
No, me neither.
No.
So it makes
He may be
sense.
some other thing
Yeah.
that we just haven't quite.
Mammalian or something.
Yes.
Beaver.
Yeah.
I think I have my answer.
Can I say it at the same time as you? And
Yes,
you wanna say what-
okay, we'll
Yes.
do 3, 2, 1, and then we'll we'll say the one of these things that we think I am.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, bug.
Oh.
That's great.
All right.
That makes me so happy.
You know what it is about you is that you've it seems like you've sort of traveled more than a lot of folks, or like you've lived more places in your life, and in that regard I see you as sort of a little ant with a stick and bindle.
I like that.
Sort of traveling the country.
Wait, I actually thought of him as an ant too. I don't know about
Yeah,
good
of
or
course.
bad.
I like the ants are
Yeah,
great.
ants are
Love
great.
I saw him as an ant.
I think I'm a bug because I don't think I'm an alien. I don't feel alien. Like,
no,
you're not.
no.
I'd love to be an alien, but I think I'm.
You're maybe the
so
most
normal.
human out of
Yeah,
all
the
of
most
us.
normal guy there is. We've
truly
said.
are.
You're the most normal guy while also somehow being incredibly weird and out of, but you were appalling everyone in the office yesterday at lunchtime talking about how much you hate Snoopy.
I know. I don't like
That's-
Charlie Brown. Snoopy was catching strays. Charlie Brown bums me out.
He's a sad kid.
Yeah. Oh, that's so. We all got so accurate on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It's a great question.
Wasn't it nice?
It was
I
fun.
love thinking about whether
Thank
I
you,
was
Ray.
a bug or an alien. And then I have to
Good
go,
cue.
I'm just a human. Last question here, and I love it. Last question, second question, only question.
Voicemail or email?
It's a voicemail.
Oh,
We're not getting enough emails.
email
Oh,
us.
Hey guys, my name is Haley. I'm from Arkansas. I'm getting married.
Hey!
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
And I was wondering, since you guys are all married, what is one piece of wedding day advice you would give to me and my fiance? Thank you guys so much. And if you're in Arkansas in 2 weeks and need something to do, you're more than welcome to stop by.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
I was going to guess where you were from, so thank you for sharing
Well, you
that.
couldn't have guessed because
she said it.
Haley said at the very beginning.
They said it right up top.
Top of the
That she was from
information.
Arkansas?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Sorry, I missed that.
That's okay. It was on the heels of our. Oh,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's right. Yes.
You know.
2.5 weeks. This came to us a week ago. So
It'll be right after this episode goes live.
Yeah.
Can you? Sorry, this is unrelated to.
I'll message you, Haley, and say what we said, just in case
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't get the hear it.
This got me thinking. Can you identify people by their southern accent about what state they're from?
Not really.
But
It's
people
a
can,
bit of a
right?
mixed bag. Yeah, people can.
Okay, there's like-
I can't. I can tell you geographically, like, oh, they're probably more south or more. I was gonna say I love Haley's accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really it's weird because it just makes me feel at home.
Oh,
It sounds very similar to Alabama, which is where I lived for
They're
a
very
long
close.
time.
They're very close.
And I love the Alabama accent.
yeah,
Yeah.
when
just
did how?
homey.
When did you move away from Alabama?
I
You're
was there
pretty young,
from
right?
first grade to sixth grade. So I
Oh,
was there
that's
for a
okay.
while.
I'm surprised you don't have a little bit more of a twang in your voice.
I tend to adapt to the.
Did you for a while? Did you ever?
I
have
had a
little
southern accent when I was in Alabama.
bit? I
Yeah.
feel like not that I hear it, but I can sort of detect it, like the latent effect of it somewhere in your.
It's in there.
you
It's
know.
in me, and I could probably dig it out, but I still say sir and ma'am quite a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They
I was
don't-
doing that for a very, very long time until I came to this godless LA
Yeah, you can't do that here.
and they said, don't do that kind of stuff.
Get that shit out of here.
I have my advice. I can start.
Okay.
This is
Um,
wedding day advice.
wedding day
Wedding
advice.
day.
And somebody told me this on my wedding day, and it helped a lot because they're kind of chaotic. But it was actually my best man, Jason, and he said to me,
Jason, who's on the pod?
Jason, he was on the podcast before, founder of Jubilee, but he was saying to me, "Look, a lot will go wrong on your wedding day. You have to accept that. However, more will go right on your wedding day, and that's where you can celebrate." And so,
That's lovely.
Aw.
for me, even the morning of, my tie broke, and I was like,
Oh, wow.
my bow tie, and
I
that's okay because somebody actually came by and stitched it back together for me, which was super nice of them.
That's
to
the whole
do.
point of having people there for you.
squad.
It's your wedding day. They'll fix everything for you,
It's
Yeah.
so
or
great.
to the best of their ability.
So and it was truly the most magical day of my life, despite many things going wrong. Even more went right.
I remember at some point during your wedding, or maybe it was after the fact, you were like, "Oh, sorry that this went wrong or something." Oh, it was like the cocktail hour was really long.
Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you what, everyone at the cocktail hour was like, "This is a great cocktail hour. Why doesn't anyone have cocktail hours this long? This rules."
Yeah.
Everyone was just having a great time.
Oh, my planner. Thing that I think was crazy, but then I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, everyone, and that's I think a good takeaway too is like generally, anything that you're even worried about, nobody's worrying about it. Everyone at your wedding's probably having a good time.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's for sure a good piece of advice. What's your one
What were you, Shane?
way?
I mentioned this at some point somewhere, and I don't remember where I heard this advice. I remember people saying, someone at some point mentioned to treat your wedding day as if you're time traveling back to your wedding day. Treat it like you're visiting from far in the future.
It's one of my
I just wanna
favorite
cry.
pieces
And
of
you're
advice.
coming back. And I could I'm tearing up a little bit just thinking about it because it's one of those things where you just, Ryan has mentioned this a little bit too. Almost never in your life are you afforded the opportunity to have all those people around you. Especially, I got, I know people who got married like early 20s and, everybody was like either in college or just out of college. And, when you do it then it's like, it's great. Everyone's, really young. And, I was a little older when I got married. People are, have sort of moved around the world or the country. And so to have everybody all together during that is just, it's something that will never happen again. So it's just a crazy thing. And sometimes I think you get so, depending how some people have a lot of stress planning their weddings. We had like a little bit, but for the most part, we kept kept our cool about it and really didn't have any issues day of. We had we're fairly stress-free people when it comes to situations like that in particular. And we went into it being like, let's have the best time, but I think it's easy to kind of get caught up in the stress of it. It's not, things happen. And you just gotta shake that off and just take it for what it's worth, which is just like truly one of the most special things that can happen is just having everyone you love in one room, dancing and laughing.
Yeah, it's real wild. I think, like you said, I think we all got married a little later in life than like maybe people that like from back home do, possibly, or just
we moved
people
to La La Land.
Yeah, the godless Los Angeles. But very similar. I was like, it was basically like, oh, look at all of these people who have helped us get here, right? And I think at any age that will be the case too, no matter how long you've been together. But the piece of advice that I got, and I can't remember who said it, was maybe it was my brother. It's just anyone who gets married before, they always kind of say this thing, which is, it moves so fast.
It does.
It's so,
and it will be over
fast.
so fast. So as often as you can, take it in and be like, this is nice.
There were several moments throughout mine where I just sort of was like, going to pause.
Yeah.
And just kind of look around, enjoy the scene, look at all my friends laughing, look at my family smiling and laughing. Yeah.
It moves incredibly quickly because you're the star of the show and you're the busiest person on the day, right? You're being moved from here to there to there. And it's so fast. And it was my favorite day of my life. And it just,
yeah. And it's also, I think, easy to get in your head about that. That's going to happen no matter what. It's going to be over before you know it. Don't worry. Enjoy it. Have a great time. Try not to let anything get to you. Yeah. And the other thing that I tried to keep in mind too is like, there's so many, depending on the level of intricacy of your wedding, there's a lot of decisions to make. Oh, Sarah and I were always like, should we've just like done something super small, I think no matter the decision you make, you can always, any aspect of the wedding, it's always like, oh, what if we did this other thing instead? Don't even think about it. Yeah. Because if you'd done that, you'd be like, well, what if we did this thing, Yeah. Just enjoy the choices you made. Have a great time. It's going to be the best.
For sure.
I got a piece of advice for wedding guests too.
Oh,
no matter what is at some point near the reception or after the thing, when you've seen it all, go, it was perfect. Just go up to the couple and go, it was perfect.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's true. It would be very nice to hear. They're going to be worrying all day. Was it this? Was it that? Was it that? They're going to be doing that thing where it's like, oh, is this, that? And I did that a million times. And just go, no notes, perfect.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it's very nice to hear that you had a good time at someone's wedding because that's what they also want, ideally.
Of course.
And I think that's gonna do it for the episode.
Who was that from again?
That was from Haley in Arkansas.
Haley, I don't think we're gonna make it to Arkansas, but have the
I'll be there.
Best damn wedding. We wish you all the best. Many happy returns and congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. I'm gonna text this number.
Yeah,
and say, here's what we said. The episode will be out Monday. If you're already
married by now.
Might be busy, but yeah.
Yeah, congratulations, Haley.
That's going to do it for this week. Thanks for joining us. If you haven't, give us a rating on your podcast app of choice. Give us a subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching,
Comment.
comment with some thoughts if you're watching
Give
us on
your
YouTube.
wedding day advice. Give
that's good
what is your thoughts on the
100-year-old ghost.
The 100-year-old ghost. Are you a fish, a bug, or an
What is
alien?
your 60-second ass workout?
Yes, exactly.